local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, welcome. We're excited to be here at the Lloydminster Exhibition to once again get the lowdown on the fair with Jackie Tolmile, the general manager here at the Lloydminster Exhibition. But we remind you, at the new Lloydminster Nissan, you can get 0% financing on the incredible line of Nissan Rogue, Sentra, and Kicks models. Something that doesn't happen very often. And a reminder that now at the new Lloydminster Nissan, our service department is now open on Saturdays. You can now get oil changes and tire work done from 9 to 1. Yes, the scene is almost set. The parade is tomorrow. Something we are really excited to bring you as we work with Vidir Images and Forges Media to continue a tradition of broadcasting the parade. So if you know someone that can't make it out to the parade, please let them know where they can find it. You can catch it on Facebook, you can catch it on YouTube, and that's on the Live with Kurt Price pages. And it'll be shared to a lot of other pages around as well, so I'm sure you'll be able to find it easily. But we want to thank the Lloydminster Exhibition for helping us out, the tent guys for helping us out as well, because we're going to look professional. We're all set up, and we're going to do our best to continue a tradition that goes back for, I think, at least 60 years. So the parade broadcast starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and we're really excited that Lloydminster District Co-op is helping us out, the City of Lloydminster, and the Gold Horse Casino as well. And it's just going to be a great day tomorrow. It looks like the sun's going to be shining. And today's the hot day, apparently. So we'll get that kind of out of the way. It's not just a name, it is Superior Water. Superior Water has 2 locations in Lloydminster, and they're open on Sundays to make filling your big blue jugs a whole lot quicker and easier. And if you want great tasting water right from your tap, call Superior Water and ask about their under-the-sink reverse osmosis systems. 780-875-6636. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste, and after all, it is Superior Water. And they have a coin-operated location as well. But they are open Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 5. And that coin-operated location is just by 7-Eleven off of Highway 17 South. Now, along with the fair comes the City of Lloydminster's free pancake breakfast. That's on Thursday morning outside of City Hall. You can enjoy pancakes and sausages, and served up by the mayor and many members of City Council from 7 to 10 a.m. And the block party trailer will be there on site as well, so there'll be entertainment for the kids. And we're there broadcasting live starting at 8 a.m. Cupcakes for Caregivers is proudly brought to you by Sobeys Lloydminster and the Lloydminster and District United Way. And if you haven't nominated a caregiver, you could do so today. All you have to do is send an email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Last week, we not only delivered cupcakes to the nurses in ambulatory care, but we learned a lot about ambulatory care as well. And it is a great job that they do in that department. So please, keep those nominations coming for nurses, for doctors, and also family members. Just email livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Well, with the fair in town, we thought we'd look back at one of the past years of fair in our community. And so this week's Lloydminster Look Back takes us back to the fair in 1993.
Lloydminster's 89th annual Colonial Days fought the weather and won. Despite a constant threat of rain hanging overhead, this year's gate counted 36,000 visitors, an increase of 2,000 over 1992. And Exhibition Association spokesman Mike Sidoric says those numbers mean big profits.
Well, we're still working on those figures right now, and it's still too early to tell. 36,000 people, multiply that by $100 even for a day visit, that's a lot of money.
Colonial Days Public Affairs spokesperson Trudy Pryor says attendance was up at almost every event.
Midway was up in attendance-wise. The Broken Top Lumberjack Show, every time we went out there, there had to have been 600 people in the stands. It was packed. The dog show, the Lloyd Kennel and Obedience, the hot doggers, as well. Every show, and I think they had 4 a day, was packed. So they were both big attractions.
Sidoric says the number of entries in this year's agricultural attractions also saw an increase. and he thinks the 90th anniversary celebrations for the Bar Colony attracted a large number of patrons to this year's fair.
The homecoming itself was a very positive attraction to our fair. It was a good event, draw event for the whole community.
The fair closed down just 2 days ago, and Sidoric and his staff are already planning next year's attractions for the 1994 Colonial Days. He says the association is using the success of this year's exhibition to build a bigger and better show for next year.
We'll look at the layout of the grounds again and just make sure we had it right, and do a real good review of the whole fair and look to put a bigger and better show on again for next year.
Darcy Modine, NewsHour.
And a reminder here at the Lloydminster Exhibition that not only is the fair starting tomorrow, but they will also be making their regular Chase the Ace draw and hoping to give away some big money. The jackpot is already over $41,000, closing in on $42,000 with the draw tomorrow night, 7:30. Tickets start at just $10. You can get 3 tickets for $25, 8 for $50, or 20 tickets for $100 if you want to buy in packages. There are now only 41 cards remaining in the deck. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and they will help you get your life back. At 1-833-246-8326, I've spent some time talking to BioClean Disaster Services customers, and they will tell you the best thing about BioClean Disaster Services is the communication, letting you know where you're at on your restoration project. So for fire, flood, any kind of disaster that hits, you can call a local restoration company. They're also Lloydminster's largest restoration company who will take care of your belongings and take care of your building and your business. But more than anything, take care of your family. 1-833-246-8326. We'll take a short break here at the Lloydminster Exhibition with this awesome atmosphere behind us. It kicks off tomorrow, and be right back with the general manager of the Lloydminster Exhibition, Jackie Tolmeyer.
At CK McKean Roofing, they understand what it took to put that roof over your head for your family. With over 20 years of experience under their belt, they strive to show you that with their workmanship and their integrity. Not all roofing companies are created equal, and that's why CK McKean Roofing encourages you to focus on your most important investments, your home and your family. CK McKean Roofing. Roofers do it on top.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with a Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Wellings of Lloydminster is a community of ageless explorers, and at Wellings, age is but a number, and an adventure always is part of the day. Come experience care freedom living at Wellings of Lloydminster, where adults 55 plus enjoy a vibrant, stress-free way of life with a whole lot of fun. Stop in and say hello to the new general manager, Nicole, at 7211 72nd Avenue over on the Alberta side. Visit wellingsoflloydminster.com if you need more information. At Wellings of Lloydminster, care freedom living starts here. Well, we are here at the Lloydminster Exhibition for one of the biggest weeks of the year in Lloydminster. It is the fair, and it is for the kids, It is for the young at heart, and it has been going on now for over 120 years. So we're excited to welcome General Manager Jackie Tolmeyer to the program. She joined us back in April, I believe it was, to just give us the lowdown. There's been a few changes with some entertainment and stuff like that since we talked to Jackie. But as you can see, the West Coast Amusements is set up and ready to go. Have you had a chance, Jackie, to walk around and take a look at the rides and stuff?
A little bit. When they moved in, right, I connect with Darcy, the manager of West Coast, and we kind of look at some stuff, and I don't help them map it out, but we kind of make suggestions or whatever, and we just look and see what's going to work. And I really love the layout he's done this year. There looks like there's lots of room for pathways and people, so I'm hoping it won't feel as crowded as sometimes it can. And there's lots of pathways to get through to Mural Fest, to get through to the kiddie rides and back and forth and that sort of thing.
You know, as soon as these rides pull in, and you can see, I'm not sure if you can see, but we can see the lights are on all the rides. There's an energy and a vibe that goes through the Lloydminster Exhibition, but I think it echoes through the entire town, doesn't it?
I hope so. That's why we do this. It's for our entire region, and it's to bring that energy, that economic impact, the contests, the foods, the smells, the sights, all of that to Lloydminster, and we're really proud of that.
It really is. It is a celebration of our community.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned Mural Fest. Can we start there? Can you tell us what Mural Fest is?
Yeah, Brandy Hofer approached us, back I think in January, February, and said, I want to bring this Mural Fest. They do it at other communities. And I said, absolutely. That seems like a real fit for the fair. And so it's going to be on our front lawn, we call it, so that area in between Nissan Hall and WS Convention Center. And they have 16 barricades, I think, there that local or I think our artists are from all over, are going to spend the 4 days painting. Businesses have sponsored those barricades, so they're going to be themed how that business maybe envisioned them, or maybe it'll be a surprise. But there's also going to be a kids zone. There's going to be, some people telling what's going on. And I think it was a great idea by Brandy. I think the fair was the perfect place to kick this off. I know she wants to do this annually, maybe not every year at the fair, but every year at something, and I think this was the perfect year to kick this off, and she's done a tremendous job organizing it.
So those barricades then go to those businesses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll be, brightening up our community.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that's something that we really tried to do over the last few years here, but getting the kids involved is just a huge part of that. When I think of the fair, I think of the kids. I think of the kids going on the rides, the games. What about the food?
Yeah, we have a lot of great food vendors here, and you're going to find food really throughout the grounds. That was a concerted effort on our part, was to make sure that kind of wherever you went, there was going to be a food offering there, whether it's inside the buildings, outside, front, back. There's going to be some food somewhere. The traditional mini donuts, candy apples, corn dogs, and then inside the burgers and the fries. And Jim, our chef, is famous for his dry ribs, so those will be, in plenty. So those sorts of things we're super pumped for.
Now, without the chuck wagons here this year, you're able to kind of use that area for a few more activities, and you've really used that for a lot of stuff. Tell us what you've got going on.
Yeah, they're right now. Precision Contracting is out there helping us build a monster truck track, and Central Towing donated some vehicles. So these monster trucks, we're building jumps, and it's a big undertaking, and I hope people will appreciate the effort that goes into this. Not just the cost to get these monster trucks here, but also the effort that Frank at Precision and Central Towing Tracy's been helping us out with. So yeah, that's happening right now. They have today and tomorrow to get that track built, and we have the heavy horses will display out there on Friday and Saturday. We like them out there because they have lots of room to really get up and move, and those big horses. We have a strongman competition being planned with Viking Strength.
Strongman competition.
Yeah,
happen at the grandstand.
We're hoping. I believe it's going to happen. We're still maybe looking for some entries, but yeah. So it's going to happen in conjunction with the heavy horse show. So we're going to have horsepower, and then we're going to have these strongmen do an element, and then a horsepower class, and then strongmen.
So what are you looking for with the strongmen? What are they going to have to do?
I think and I don't know all the details, but Tanner down at Viking, pick up a big boulder or pull a vehicle, or I'm not sure exactly all the elements he has planned, but he, at one point he was talking about they were going to have to lift his pet cow Daisy, but I think that got quashed. So,
Okay.
so we're really hoping, and you know what, Kurt, if it doesn't happen this year, because there's still some logistics, we're trying hard to get this going, but we're really going to work on it next year and make sure it's in the strongmen's. We just don't want anyone to come and try this, because you got to train for this sort of thing. So we're going to make sure it's in their calendars and that we have, maybe some sanctioning or something. But yeah, no.
So if you are interested, though, Tanner's the guy to call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At Viking.
Yeah.
At Viking. Now, what time do the monster trucks go?
7:00 tomorrow night and Thursday night.
Like Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, Wednesday and Thursday.
And included with your gate admission.
Right.
And that you can save a little bit of money if you get down to Lloyd Mall today. Today's the last day for pre-sales.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So how much are you looking at saving
So,
if you get down to Lloyd Mall?
an adult, if you come tomorrow, you're going to pay for an adult $20. But if you go down today, you're going to save $5 and go $15 for an adult, $10 for senior or student, and then $5 is always for the kids 6 and under free. And an armband savings of $5 as well.
And the wristbands are there as well.
You bet.
Yeah, and I'll just buy them because the kids can stay all day.
Yeah, and we have so many rides. This front parking lot is full of all the big kid rides and the slide, and then back is Kiddieland, and lots of. And I want to tell everybody we did do some dust control this year back there that has really been working well. I think people are going to be really happy with the surface back there and how clean it's going to feel.
Oh, good. Yeah. I love how you said the big kids rides, because that's how everybody refers to these rides, as the big kid rides.
Yeah.
And then the smaller kids are kind of at the back.
Yeah.
So that's the official wording, is it? Big kids rides.
The big kids rides.
I like that.
Yeah, young at heart. I like what you said.
Well, we were talking about some of these rides have been here for forever.
Yep.
Like this, I don't know if it's called the Spider or the
Spider,
Octopus.
yeah.
But like, it's got a paint job.
Yeah.
But it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same concept essentially, just different. Yeah.
I think you might have saw it in our look back today. Our 93 look back, you might have saw that ride.
It might be a different ride.
It would be a different ride, but the same kind of the same kind of
Yeah.
design and the same kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Now we started talking about the kids. There's a petting zoo too.
Yeah, the board, we had a couple board members that really did a great job of this petting zoo. We have little mini pigs came in last night. We have some sheep. We have the bunnies and just all the things. We have the chicks that are hatching right now. We have some Highland cattle coming to be on display. So if you've never got up close and personal with a Highland cow, please come down and see them. We have some mini horses coming, graciously donated to be on display by community members. So these things are things that when we are an ag society, we need to unite urban and rural. So we need to make sure that the kids that come to fair get up close and personal with these. They'll get a chance to milk a cow if they want. We have our fake cows that they can come and pretend to milk and just all that fun stuff in Country Lane.
That's what the Lloydminster Exhibition is all about.
Yeah.
It's been that way for years.
Yeah.
It's been that way for over 120 years.
Yeah.
Is agriculture, right?
Yeah.
It really is about agriculture.
Yeah, we have a really our poultry show this year exploded. It doubled in entries from last year. So if you're interested in the poultry side of things, chickens, ducks, turkeys, they're going to be on display on Saturday. We have a cow dog trial, which is new. So if you want to come see talented dogs work, 3 head of cattle through a course, we have that happening Thursday. And all the roping and gymkhana and all the ag stuff is really coming together really nicely.
Where can you find the schedule for all that?
On our website, or we have, when you come through the gates, we're going to have little pocket guides that you can just stick in your pocket and then carry that around with you throughout the day.
Sweet. I want to talk about entertainment yet, and also something that goes back years for the fair that, believe it or not, I think is growing. It's a history of the fair that I think that has really grown with some new entries and some new things. We'll talk about that when we come back. And the trade show is back this year as well. More to come here from the Lloydminster Exhibition with General Manager Jackie Tolmar.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Welcome back to the Lloydminster Exhibition. We're talking about this year's 2025 fair, and so excited to have General Manager Jackie Tolmeyer join us to talk more about the fair. When we kind of went to break, I had said there's something that the fair kind of started out being, and then it kind of maybe went away a little bit, and now it's kind of a resurgence, and that's the colonial creations in the fair. There's new things this year. Jason Whiting was telling me that photography has just exploded.
Yeah, I think we have double the adult entries in photography this year than we had over last year.
That's amazing.
It's huge.
Yeah, well, it's so much easier now, right?
Very
it's so
true.
much easier for everybody has a fancy camera on their phone.
Yeah.
Now, so it's easier. But you guys added 3D printing this year?
Yeah, we did. We added 3D printing in all the categories, and I know my little CJ, my guy, put a little tractor in. He thought about the theme of agriculture societies, and he 3D printed his own tractor and painted it and glued it all together. So I hope we get a few entries.
So yesterday I got voluntold to help Heather bring some stuff down. She loves that part of the fair.
Good.
That's that, and then we passed somebody bringing in looked like a Titanic model.
Right.
And then I got to tell you, when you bring stuff down to the creations, they're just so friendly and so welcoming, and they're so excited to see what you've baked or what you've,
Yeah, and that's a big part of fair is those volunteers. Those ladies spend countless hours making sure that all of the classes are good and relevant. They change up the book a little bit every year, so there's something new for everybody. Then they sit here Monday. They get the room all set, they take the entries, they line up the judges, and then they're here for the 4 days of fair, helping people, showing people what's on offer. They just do such a great job, and that's not the only area we have volunteers. Ag societies couldn't exist without our volunteers. They're just so important to us and so valuable. We don't pay them because they're worthless.
Volunteers, yep.
We pay them because they're invaluable.
Right.
That's and we've had board members here working countless hours painting and doing yard things, welding, volunteering, figuring out the petting zoo animals and all the things. So it's just been really nice to see that community spirit is alive and well. And
the community told you bring back the vendors.
Yep.
Bring back the trade show.
Yep.
You did that. You sold it out.
Yep. We sold it out. So it's back in the Culligan building, and we have most of it's trade show, but then we also put the corn maze in there and some seating and the kids stage, so that there's going to be something for everyone in that room. The kids can go, play in the corn maze, and parents can shop, and then there's going to be Tim and Sheila Gibbard, Ernestine Hatpin on that stage, and then the All About Science show. So our entertainers coming to teach kids about science.
Let's talk about the entertainment. Tell us about the entertainment.
Yeah, we're our Yard Thrill show this year is going to be a lumberjack show. So and it is cool. When they came in, it's on a truck, and they had this 50-foot tree that they just like pop up, and they don't pop it up. It was a little bit of a struggle, but they put it up, and the lumberjacks will climb that. They have log rolling. They do the sawing. It is so cool. So that's going to be in the back. I hope people really enjoy the lumberjacks. We also invented this year Goat Mountain. So Goat Mountain is an area that we built, and one of our board members brought in her herd of goats and mummies and babies, and they're just going to climb and entertain and kick around and just entertain. And it's, again, that free entertainment that you can just enjoy the goats. And the goat radio station is going to be on site to help us with that area. And
makes sense.
Yeah, I hope that area is really, really fun. Inside, we're going to have bingo. We have some great bands. We have High Limit coming from Onion Lake, just north of us. We're really excited about that. They're Wednesday night. Thursday night we have karaoke, and there's some prize money up for grabs, so I hope people come and do the karaoke. Friday night we have a Lloydminster favorite, Garrett Gregory. He's been here lots. He just finished Nashville North down at our Stampede friends, and so he's going to be here. And then Saturday night we flying a band in from Vegas called Spandex Nation. And they're an 80s rock band that we just wanted people to have a good time. Just come to the grandstand, because that one's out at the grandstand. Come have a good time. Let's finish off fair strong before we launch into fireworks.
Fireworks go 11 o'clock?
11 o'clock. Also inside we have Elvis.
Oh, that's right, too, yeah.
So
not just Elvis, but Buddy Holly. He does a whole bunch.
And Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
So he's going to do a bunch of things. And I had a friend that she runs a Blue Suede music festival, and I just reached out to her and I said, hey, do you got an Elvis? I have the Elvis for you. So she sent him. So,
oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That music never gets old.
No, and our clown is back. I don't know if you remember him
Yes.
from last year, but he's going to be back. Joey's back to tour the Midway, tour the Egg, and entertain the kids.
Awesome. Parking. Let's talk about parking.
Yeah, so the two south lots are they'll be parking, both those lots. And then up north in the city where the old city water station was, that's going to be parking. So there should be plenty of parking for anyone who needs.
And then you got people movers too.
Yeah. You betcha.
So seniors don't have to worry. They can easily get a ride.
And handicap parking is allowed in the gates, like up on the pavement here, just
here
north of the rides. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything we're forgetting, Jackie?
Oh, yes, I'm sure there's something. This fair, I just want to thank the staff. I want to thank the board. We start planning fair when it ends pretty much for the next year. I want to thank Lloydminster. The patience of coming back from COVID and trying to figure this out again has been, it's taken us a few years, and I appreciate everyone's patience, and we seem like we have a good thing going. Fair feels really good this year, and we got a couple of parade marshals coming up, I think, on your show.
Yep.
And I'm thrilled that they are who they are, and I just want to thank everyone for their support and for loving Lloyd Ex like I do, and just being here.
There's an excitement in the air.
Yeah.
That's for sure. When I went back and looked at some of the older stuff, there used to be a jingle. It went, "There's a fair in the air." I was like, that even predates me. So I don't remember that. But thanks,
That's
Jackie.
awesome. Thank you.
Oh, the hours.
Oh,
yeah. We better talk about the hours.
Yeah, so gates open at 11. Midway starts at 12 to 11. And if you want to come earlier and see the egg shows, the 57th Street entrance will be open at 8 a.m.
Thanks, Jack.
You bet.
So we will be taking a break tomorrow, of course, because we have the parade broadcast coming for tomorrow. Back with you on Thursday and broadcasting from the Pancake Breakfast. So we will talk to you hopefully tomorrow maybe you'll be in, or we'll see you down at the parade.